Welcome back to the Union County Foundation podcast. Today's episode is all about funds. I'm going to let Jackie tell you about the different kinds of funds we have here.
So I think the most common fund that a lot of people know about are scholarships, and that's pretty straightforward. That helps provide assistance to anyone going to college. You can set up a designated fund, which is distributed out into the community as a grant. So, for example, we have designated funds that go directly to churches, or we have funds that go directly to maybe one of the local schools, or one that goes directly to the American Legion, a cemetery, those sorts of things. So they're funds set up to automatically grant out an award every year to these organizations. Then we have what's called unrestricted funds. Those are the most flexible funds that we have here at the foundation. So people can set these up, in name of their family or in memory of someone. And then these funds, we are able to grant back out into our community through our quarterly grant cycles. So they're not designated to any sort of organization. It's kind of under our discretion as our grants committee reviews our grants, and that's how we award those monies and from those funds. We have operational funds, which you can also set up in memory of someone or with a family name to leave a legacy, and that actually goes back towards the foundation to keep us operating and to keep our doors open, basically.
I think it's good to point out the difference between an operating fund and an unrestricted fund. So like Jackie said, an operating fund is to keep the doors open. That supports the work we do to actually, and the time it takes to administer a grant cycle, to review grant applications, to administer our scholarship cycle, to go out into the schools and talk about our scholarships, and to, like she said, keep the doors open. And then what makes it different than an unrestricted fund is an unrestricted fund, like she said, can go out to any purpose in the community through our community grant cycle. But what's really important to remember there is that those are what support the greatest needs of the community. So we don't just willy-nilly give those funds to whoever we think should get them. There is a process for, you have to apply for a grant. It is reviewed by the grant committee, and then from there we decide what we think the greatest needs are during that cycle.
So let's say I'm a nonprofit that needs money for a project that's coming up. What does the process look like for me?
To apply for a grant?
Yep.
So the grant application lives on our website. It's, like Jackie said, quarterly, and so you'll just go on our website, fill out the application, submit it, and then those are reviewed at the end of each quarter.
Okay. There is a little bit of something extra special this year. If you want to share some more information about our Lily Endowment match that we have going on, it's called Gift 8. You've probably heard about it.
So Lily Endowment is the philanthropic side of the Lily organization, and so they really support all Indiana community foundations, and helping them build their endowments and helping them support their communities. And so right now the Gift 8 initiative is going on, and that's a matching opportunity. So for every dollar donated to an unrestricted fund, it's matched with $2. So if you give $1, it becomes $3. If you give $100, it becomes $300. And they match it up to, I think it's about $500,000. And so that is going on through the end of the year. And you want to tell us about how much we're at right now?
We're about halfway, I think. So we have to raise $257,000, and then they will match that. And I think right now we have raised like around $125,000. So we're getting there, and that's all going to be matched, and that all goes into the unrestricted pool of funds. So that just allows us to award more out to our community for the, whatever's the most need at that time.
Yeah, whether it's...
Which is incredible.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Food pantry, the schools, the youth league, like any Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, whatever our community has a need for, the library expansion, these funds can be used to support those projects. Mm-hmm. A lot of families right now are taking advantage of this matching opportunity because usually it costs $10,000 to start a fund at the foundation, or $5,000 depending on what type of fund you do, and you can do that at a significant discount right now. You can do it for a third of the normal cost. So if it normally takes $5,000 to start a fund, you can start one now for about $1,700 because of the match. And then that fund will be given out in your family's name. For example, my family, the Tuning family, started a Tuning family fund this year, and it will be given out in perpetuity, the Tuning family grant. So you can do that through the end of the year also.
If I want to give funds, if I want to donate to the unrestricted fund, what are some ways I can do that?
There are two main ways you can do it. So one, you can choose to just give to any unrestricted fund, any of them that are already started, or like the community impact fund. You can choose to donate your funds to that, or you could choose to start your own fund. And you can do that in many different ways too. You can do it through a monthly gift, a one-time gift, a yearly gift, however you want to set it up. If you are able to commit to starting a fund now, let's say, you want to give the $1,700 to start your own fund, you can pledge that money through the end of 2027. And so that money will still get matched through that time. Or you can just give a one-time donation and it'll be matched. Or you can just give to any fund and it'll still be matched.
And when you say give, you can go online through our online donation portal, bring a check into us, come see us, whatever's convenient for each person.
We actually have a 1989 society. You'll get a little sticker if you sign up for this. You could give $19.89 per month as a recurring donation to the unrestricted fund and become a part of the 1989 society. That money, just about $20, gets tripled, and it's pretty awesome. I love these unrestricted funds myself because I am a part of so many other organizations and want to support multiple organizations at the same time. It's kind of hard to manage a donation here and a donation there, and how much have I given to every person. And if I give to unrestricted funds, I know that it's kind of a blanket donation to help the community thrive. So I love that opportunity that we have at the foundation.
And Olivia, correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I do think it's important to kind of explain Lily Endowment maybe a little bit deeper. We're really lucky to be in Indiana because no other state has this opportunity like Indiana does. And every county in Indiana has a foundation. And that's not,
and we're the only state.
And we're the only state that does that. And Lily really supports us in a lot of many ways. And this is Gift 8. So they've had 8 rounds of this giving opportunity. And every round sets us up to be able to receive more. But we have to do our work on our end. And if we don't raise as much as they're allowing us to, then every year they don't dock us. I don't know what the right word is, but we're not able to receive as much every time. So that's why it's really important to us to try and raise as much as we are eligible for. So when they come out with Gift 9, who knows when, we are going to be eligible for the most amount that we can get. So that's the importance of it.
And to kind of dive deeper into like the matching opportunity. So how much would you say we give out quarterly in grants if you just had to estimate?
It's 15 to 20,000.
Okay, so we'll just say 20,000 to make it an even number. So that's 80,000 all year. So if we are able to match completely our Lily match, if we raise this $254,000, that's over $700,000 in impact that goes into our unrestricted funds. So we're already giving out $80,000 in grants a year, and then we're going to add $700,000 to that opportunity. So,
which means we can just keep giving out more every cycle.
Yeah, we don't often give out like large grants, like more highly impactful grants. Our quarterly grants are, I would say, between $2,000 and $5,000, probably the average grant we give out each or to each organization asking, and that amount is going to be able to go up a lot more.
Well, and I think too, we've just been reflecting what our funds are able to give. So if we have a bigger fund, then maybe we can give more opportunities for our grant cycles. Maybe we can do a big grant cycle one time a year and still have our small quarterly ones. Like it's just a ripple effect of growth.
And instead of only supporting like 5 organizations a cycle, maybe we can support 10. We support our schools a lot. So being able to increase that support even more is, one, a great opportunity, but 2, also really important to us because the next generation is there now, and we want them to have the best opportunity to succeed.
So is there any limitation on when you do apply for a grant. Is there anything we can't grant funds for? Any restrictions of what our money can't go towards?
Grants have to go to nonprofits. So we can't, just give money to an individual
or a business.
or a business. Yeah. Pretty much that's the only requirement. If you're a nonprofit organization, a 501c3 or
that is going to benefit Union County.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good
yes,
point.
Yeah.
We want to keep the funds here in Union County. Yeah.
But obviously, yeah. So, but yeah, just as long as you're going to have a great project or program that's going to benefit and better the lives here.
Yep.
We want to help.
Thank you for watching. If you have any questions about what we talked about today, please place them in the comments below. If you've got any future ideas for future episodes, let us know. Just send us an email and we will see you next time. Thanks.